beers. Bloody
Beers.
On the piss.
That's it. Welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast, brought to you by Bluebet.
That's Klutz, I'm DArcy. We are Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started off reviewing craft beers on Facebook. Facebook?
Well, I don't know. It could be either.
And now we bring you the conversations you'd more than likely hear at the front bar of your local. And Klutzy, as always, where are we coming to the people from?
Mate, we've crawled back into our local, which is the Caxton, and somehow they've let us back in after the weekend.
I can't believe it.
I can't either.
I can't believe they let us back in.
I can't.
This is our On the Piss episode where basically we just have a beer and talk shit for about an hour.
That's it.
Get excited.
I'll tell you what, the beer of choice is always a good beer.
It is a great beer.
And I think it's time to get a bloke down our throat.
Yeah. One of my favourite things to do at the Caxton, did it all weekend, straight back in on Monday to do it again, is to crack a bloke and get it hard and fast down my throat.
Yep.
Shout out to Kempy from Bloke in a Bar. The best beer in the land, in the best pub in the land. You can't beat it.
And if you want to find where to get the best beer in the land, just head to blokeinabar.com, chuck in your postcode at the store locator, and it will show you all the wonderful locations that you can pick up bloke either on tap or in cans.
And if you're having a bloke this weekend, chuck it up on your stories and targets because we'd love to see it.
Yeah, it'd be really lovely. I think it'd be lovely.
There's nothing better than watching blokes get blokes down their throats on your phone.
Fucking oath. Once again, just a simple reminder, a carton of bloke middies at the moment at the Caxton is only $50.
Value.
It's actually fucking
I'm going to
insane
take some.
value.
We're going away this weekend.
I was thinking about we should probably load up.
Yeah.
Responsibly.
Load up on blokes.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, it's going to be a good weekend. Anyway.
It's going to be great, but we'll get to that next week.
We will get to that next week. Before we get to that, how about the weekend just gone, mate?
Fuck me.
Friday.
Dead set. One of the all-time fucked weekends for me. I did a number on myself.
So did I, but I know you did a number way worse than I
Yeah.
did. Klutzy, for someone who doesn't get hangovers, sent me the most fucked photo of himself at about 10 a.m.
Yeah, it was so
Saturday
fucked.
morning.
I've had two bad hangovers this year.
Your
It was
eyes.
New Year's Day. Yeah, my eyes were soulless.
That's so fucked.
It was so cool.
Someone described it as you look like you belonged on the side of a durry packet. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was fucked. But Friday we had Big Darcy's farewell from his previous job.
Yeah.
Which was
Large.
fuck me, it was huge.
Yep.
It was large. I was ready for a beer from about 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Also rocking up, I got so many questions from your former colleagues about having KFC at 10 a.m.
Yeah, that I used
Everyone was so shocked, but it was a good reason as
Yeah.
to why they knew.
the name game, not the name game, the word game, which I think we've spoken about before on air. I can't remember. We were playing that and I used it to get someone.
Yeah.
Which was just candy from a baby. Thanks, Eden
That's
Richards.
it. But a lot of people were very impressed by me having KFC at 10 a.m. And then some people were questioning like my sanity having it at that time. And as I said to Will, I was like, mate, it's at its freshest.
Yeah. 100%.
I also start work at 6:30.
Yeah, which is 2 hours earlier than anyone in our office.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So
And would it be weird if we had KFC at midday? Probably not.
No.
Just 2 hours later.
Exactly.
So
Respectfully, kindly
Fuck
go
off.
fuck yourself.
And Donnie,
fuck
maybe that's a
off.
tip from you, mate. If you want some fresh bird, get in early. And actually, before we kick off the pod, I was going to leave us to the sports pod, but talking of Donnie.
Yeah,
Donnie
no, he'll
Sports.
get a run, I reckon, 3 times this week.
Yeah, why not? For those who don't know, Donnie Sports has a podcast with one of his mates. They record here on the Caxton. Definitely check them out. Very rugby league heavy. They make great rugby league content. More of the X's and O's, whereas we're, less of that. They definitely do still talk shit. It's a great podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, thank fuck Jordan's come on because he's the only one that actually talks
Has any
sense.
sense, yeah.
Particularly after the weekend.
Donnie was just so lippy about the Broncos Cows game on Friday night. Obviously, being a Cowboys supporter. You know me, I was actually a bit nervous about the game. Not that I didn't think the Broncos were going to win, but it was going to be a tough game.
It's a tight game, mate. You know what I mean? Look, when you go into a rivalry game, a derby game,
it's 50-50.
of course you think your team's going to win, but at the same time,
You
it's
don't
like...
go lippy.
No, you don't get that lippy about it.
Because then the Broncos
then you
come
look
out
like an
and
absolute
fucking pump
fuckwit.
They pump you. And
It's embarrassing.
I think Donnie's going to be listening, thinking that I'm just going to champion you on here. But you know what? I'm going to take the high ground.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him with kindness, which is hopefully going to make him feel even worse.
Yeah.
Power of the pod this week. Everyone go get around him on Instagram.
Yep.
Donnie Sports. There you
Donnie
go.
Sports. That's it.
And comment, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Or you're a cunt.
I woke up.
He clipped that up.
I woke up even this morning. Went back to that video. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning and just commented. Ha, 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 ha.
Fuck, that's good. But no,
Anyway.
it was a great night. We watched the game at Stockies. Really got into our work.
Memory
there.
hazy. Memory
very,
hazy.
very hazy.
I was double parked the whole night basically. Margaritas, fireball shots, rums.
There's a lot of, like, looking back, I'm like, why were you so shit? Probably the mix.
All the mix,
The cocktail mix of different beveraginos.
What didn't we have? We had vodka, rum, fireball, I had a mug, beers obviously, blokes.
There was a lot.
More vodkas.
Yeah, we got to the Caco car park and got a few blokes shoved straight towards us and
Yeah.
a few black rats. It was
it makes me sick thinking.
yeah, it was crazy.
I had a New Year's resolution this year not to vomit from the piss, and I definitely broke it on Saturday.
yeah, you did.
It was fucked.
You woke up so good going about your
Yeah.
banh mi and shit, and then you're like, oh fuck, I've just yacked.
I woke up at about probably 10 and I felt all right. Had a banh mi at midday. And as soon as I finished eating it, I was like, oh my God, I feel so fucked. And my girlfriend obviously was at home and her mum, and I was like, I need to go back to bed. And then like an hour later, I woke up. And you know when you know you've got a yak coming, you get that sweat?
Yeah.
I like had that sweat. I was like, oh, surely I'm not going to yak. And it was one of those ones, I was sitting on the edge of the bed being like, do I need to go to the bathroom? I'm like, no, I'm sweet.
Yeah. Oh no.
Hand over mouth, like mouth filling up with yak. And then I just went and leant over the toilet and opened my mouth and it all fell out. It was horrible. I had a Vietnamese iced coffee and banh mi. So it literally, I described it because I was talking to someone Saturday at the footy. I was like, the worst thing about leaving my job, not the worst thing, but one of the things I miss the most about leaving my job is the bidet in the bathroom. And after my farewell, I did the reverse bidet, just sprayed it back into the
straight
toilet bowl.
back.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it was horrible.
That is
It
cool.
was horrible.
Met Curdy Capewell as well
We did,
up here.
yeah. Not that I can remember.
Tell you what, he's fucking huge.
He's so
he
big.
is so big,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
He is so big.
I can't remember anything I said to him.
I think you said a good chat.
Yeah. One of my little brother's friends is here. I was talking to her for ages. He just texted me before saying, can you still get me tickets to the Dolphins game on Friday night? It's like, I don't even remember making that promise. Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't even remember.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
But it was pretty sick. Glenn Boss was here as
Yeah.
well with all
Yeah.
his
Alfie
Mackay
Lanier.
David trophies with
Yeah.
it. Him and Alfie, tell you what, that would be an all-time. Like, if you were locked in a room with those two, it was just get on the piss or else you can't get out of here. It would be wild.
Mate, the Caco, it was like the pinnacle of Caxton on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Queensland Derby, Broncos, Cowboys, Bronx get the win, car park pumping, meeting Kurt Capewell, meeting Glenn Boss, Alfie's here on the piss.
Yep.
Like, it was just packed everywhere.
The Pearl was running around
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
It
shocked
was
me.
fucked.
Yeah.
My arch nemesis Lutzy was up here as well.
Was he?
We just sort of
Did you
looked at each
actually?
other.
Did you?
I was going to go up and say g'day, and then fuck, I ran down to the pokies. I forgot he was up here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
We need to do that Power of the Pod. I'll try and remember it this week and
Yeah.
actually get it going.
Ran into one of my cousins who I haven't
Oh,
seen
really?
since he was like 7. It's like mum's cousin's son, so
Yeah,
like
right.
second
Like,
or
yeah,
third
yeah.
cousin. But there's all these fellas in the pokies downstairs, and they were like, "Oi, like bloody rude beers." I was like, "Bleh." I was a fucking maggot. And this bloke's like, "Josh Clutterbuck?" I was like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "I think I'm your cousin." I was like, "Holy fuck, I can't do this right now." Like, I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm so rude." He's like, "No, you haven't seen me since I was like 7." And we had a good little catch up with Regan. So shout out to Regs.
I got here just before you this afternoon, and as I walked in, Nat, one of the managers, was like, "Oh, fancy seeing you here." I was like, "Yeah, fuck, sorry about my behaviour on Friday night. I was fucking maggot." She's like, "No, you were fine." She's like, "You were fingered, but you were fine." I was like, yeah. She's like, "Yeah." I got a printout to say someone to one of the pokies and had to go in. It was Klutzy. I've never seen him so blind.
We were fucking wanking.
How funny was that drinking game you were playing with Will?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I've never seen that before.
I'd never heard it before, and I thought it was just like, I didn't think you meant to catch people out.
Yeah, right.
So that's what.
Yeah. So the idea is that, so if I want to get Klutzy to Scully's bloke here, I could be like, the example that was on the story was like,
Yeah.
Klutzy, how long you been growing your mo? And then if he says 6 months, we go 6, 5, 4, and he's got until 1 to
To down the drink, or else you got to go again. And fuck, it was so much fun.
There was only like 4 of us there at that
Yeah.
stage as well.
Yeah.
Just fucking yelling at each
He
other.
was just like really amping it up
Oh.
again. But no, it was spectacular, mate. had a lovely evening. Saturday was just a bit of a write-off, but
Saturday was a big write-off. I went to the footy actually on Saturday. It was a struggle. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I did.
one
Fever.
of the funniest things from the weekend that
Yeah.
I had a look at, you didn't see until Sunday, but Matty Buxton, Kempy's water boy,
Yeah,
shout out to the water boy, Matty the
Legend.
water boy. Absolute legend. Got this message on Saturday morning saying, boys, I got to say, sometimes I have a big night and I wake up the next morning and look at my Insta stories and I'm so ashamed and embarrassed, I delete them. I legit get sad watching them because I'm so ashamed of myself because I'm soft. Watching your absolute piss stories last night and then looking back again at 4 p.m, you've kept all of them. Bro, I've showed that many people. That's the fucking best. As a high-level anxiety operator, I respect the work you guys put in last night. Courtney, my girlfriend, ended up actually sending me the last few because she was pissing herself too. Not many people will respect the absolute blind content, but I fucking do. I fucking do. And I was just sitting there with this fucking killer headache, just going,
You know,
just kissing myself laughing at it.
I read those messages and didn't even know what the stories
Yeah.
were. I was like,
I haven't
they
even
must
had a
have been
look.
bad, yeah.
It was me,
You doing the game, I remember that.
but there was one of me on the couch just dancing. I had my eyes closed and you were filming me and I was dancing along to like Untouched or something.
I'm pretty sure there was one of me of you trying to be like, how you been going your mow? And I'm just like, can barely open my eyes. Like,
Oh,
what?
yeah, what? Yeah. But to be fair, the blind content is some of the best that
It
you
is.
get because
It is.
people are just like, oh, fuck. Look at these idiots.
Look at these fucking morons.
But,
We don't think we did anything that bad. We were fingered, but we didn't you know.
No.
We met a few frothies in the car park as well, which is always nice. Got a few photos.
Yeah.
It's always a bit scary though when people come up to you like, oh mate, I'm like, can barely get words out of my mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Apologies to everyone that we met in the Caxton car park because by that point we were fucked.
Yep. I've been on the piss since 3 o'clock or something, so it was a big day.
Responsibly though.
Of course.
Always responsibly. But yeah, great weekend.
Before we round it out, we're actually going on our Punters Club weekend this weekend, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be
Also, congratulations.
on what?
Just being a fucking fantastic punter the last couple of
Oh,
weeks.
thank you. Yeah.
Darcy went from having an egg to almost leading the punt club board.
Yeah.
Definitely leading this month.
Yeah, had a couple of good wins, which has been great.
We were having a fuck day on the punt on
Saturday.
Saturday.
We
and
bounced
then-
back. You did too.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and we were back, like we were above our kitty. Like, so we're
in the
positive.
green. And
We're in the green.
We also had a quaddie leg, Clutzy and I, and our 2 picks ran first and second by a fucking
And they
nostril.
were- it was just them the whole
head bob,
time.
Yeah. And the worst thing was Clutzy's pick got it and I'd backed mine. So anyway,
so-
it's a good
but it
result
was
for the
good.
kitty.
It's a great result. Shout out to the boys that lost it on the second leg.
Yeah, maybe this week we can because we're going to be at the race this Saturday. We can interview each person in the punt club before the race and
That'd be
get their
good.
pick and then watch it.
Fuck,
and shit.
yeah.
Could be good fun.
That's actually such
It's going to be a
good
big
idea.
weekend. Like we're going down the coast on Friday and then
Yep.
Saturday at the races. So it should be good. Maybe we'll get some of the boys on next Monday to recap.
Yeah,
it.
we'll have to
Who
have a
came
chat.
with us. But
Yeah.
stay tuned for the content on Saturday. It'll be
Yeah.
large.
I reckon Rory or Jackson will probably provide the best there.
Yep.
Rory, definitely.
Yep.
Some of the boys want to play golf on Saturday. I'm like, fuck off. We're
Are
gonna
you
get
kidding me?
Yeah, dude. They want to do a 7:30 tee off. Jackson and Rory.
No way, bro.
I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like,
Nah.
one, I suck at golf.
Same. And I'm going to be hung.
Two.
And two, I want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
I want to wake up at 7:30
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah.
Go and get a bagel.
Yep.
Have a dip in the surf.
The surf.
And then I'm just terrified.
You
I don't
can't
know.
just sit in the canal all the time.
Well, I don't know enough about the ocean,
No,
so I'm
that's-
simply terrified. So we'll go and have a surf, and then we'll come back at 10:30, have a beer, and get ready for the racing.
Yeah, look, I like that a lot.
Fuck golf. I like golf, just not this weekend.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, well, that was the weekend. Stay
Yep.
tuned for this one coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucked.
big.
It's going to be very fucked.
So, for people who are unaware, we have a Facebook group. We actually have 2 Facebook groups. One's about reviewing craft beers, which is how we started.
Yep.
Cool. That
Which we
group's
don't
called-
really do. We've said multiple. How many times do you reckon in the last year we've said we're going to kickstart it again and then we just
We
keep
just
forgetting?
don't, yeah.
Get on it for a bit, but it's
yeah.
fucking difficult.
Yeah. So that's called Bloody Brilliant Beers. The other one is BBB Frothies, which is the official group of this podcast. So if you're not in there, search it up on Facebook, join. There's a question you have to answer to be able to enter. If you've ever listened to the podcast before, you'll definitely know the answer to the question. Yep. And even if you get it wrong, we'll accept
I think
you
we
anyway,
just accept everyone.
Yeah, pretty much. But
so if you feel questionable.
Someone posted a photo of them at a tourist destination with their BBB baggy green during the week, saying Bloody Brilliant Seventh Wonder of the World or something like that.
Bloody Brilliant Wonders of the World.
Yeah.
Or something
and it was
like
a photo of him standing in front of something.
Yeah. And I've just woken up and I've gone on, I've accepted the post, taken a shit, gone back on and gone. In my head, I was like, oh, this has been up for ages. So I've commented, hey, mate, this looks unreal. Where is that? Just trying to, start a bit of conversation and get
keep
something.
the group alive.
Keep it going. Because
bit of engagement in the group.
that's it. I hate seeing it when someone posts something that people don't engage.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's just like, oh, that's
a great post.
That's a great post.
Yeah,
you know
let's
what
get
I mean?
around it.
So I was just trying to, this looks sick. Boom.
Yeah, you might be wondering where this person was.
Yeah, well, I wasn't.
I think you were.
It was Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu. Clutzy basically had no idea and got shredded for it. So I thought, Josh, I just pulled a few quick stats in the lead up to this pod.
See, this is fucked because I was like that. It says it like one of the wonders of the world. I was like, oh yeah, like that's that fucking place in Peru.
Bullshit.
Machu Picchu.
So more than 7,000 feet above sea. So being that far above sea, you'd think we'd know a fair bit about it, but clearly not. You got no fucking idea. In the Andes Mountains, Machu Picchu is the most visited tourist destination in Peru. One of the seven wonders of the world. It was built in 1450 AD. Machu Picchu means old peak or old mountain in native language. Jota idiota also roughly translates to you're a fucking idiot. Machu Picchu is made up of more than 150 buildings ranging from baths and houses to temples and sanctuaries, yet Clutzy had no fucking idea about any of them. The best thing about the post was Clutzy was like, where is this? And some of the responses from the frothies were the Statue of Liberty, the Story Bridge Bull, the Great Pyramid of Giza, the MCG, the Great Wall of China, and my personal favourite, this is the beer garden at the Paddo because you still haven't discovered it.
That was my favourite. But actually, it was my second favourite because then people started like getting the photo and then putting other things in. Dave Kenzie put one in. It was like the clitoral hood. It's like, where is this? Because he's never found it. I was like, fuck.
Some of the memes that got made were so... That could be the best, like, post and, like, recurring meme thing that's ever happened in our group so far. Yeah. It was fucking absolutely elite.
That was pretty fucked. That was a low point for me getting roasted that hard. You know, like, I literally just opened up and went, oh yeah, I'm sick. I'll comment this. And then just went back to my work and I was like, oh my God, you look like such a dumb cunt.
Just kept rolling and rolling. We had people in like other group chats screenshotting and sending to us that this is so fucking funny. This is so funny.
Just like, oh shit.
Yeah, Clutzy knows the region like the back of his hand. Shit.
Fuck up, Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah, so no, that was quite good.
So if you're not in BBB Frothies, basically, get the fuck in there because it's one of the great groups. And that was just a moment of magic from this week that came out of it.
That was absolutely fucked. I'm still recovering. Alrighty, Das. So just before we started, I was having a little look through the old Facebook feed and something popped up from Nova, which just fucking sent me.
As in the radio station?
Yeah, the radio station where my arch nemesis works. Now, you can stay in this hotel for $190 a night. What sort of hotel do you think you're going to be staying in?
Oh, $190 a night. I don't know. That sounds like pretty standard, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like it's something scat. If you were going to stay in a scat hotel, what sort of scat hotel do you think?
Is it like a brothel or something?
No.
It's themed.
It's themed, yes.
Okay.
It's just like one little thing. So basically, in Belgium, it hosts over 20,000 visitors each year, and it is the Anus Hotel. And it's shaped like an arsehole. So I got a little bit of an explanation for it here.
I'm glad you didn't make me guess multiple times for that, because I would have fucking...
So it says here, Dutch artist Joop van Lieshout has created a unique work of art that you can stay in if your heart desires. His giant human intestine sculpture, yes, intestine, located in Belgium, sits in the middle of a field commissioned as part of the Verbeek Foundation Sculpture Park, which hosts over 20,000 visitors each year and is owned by art collectors who I can't pronounce the names of quite clearly. Don't say the exhibition space is not meant to be an oasis.
Not. You fucking hope not.
The Anus Hotel. The playful name comes from the Spanish casa, house in English, and anus, which I'm sure needs no further explanation. The artist...
I thought it was going to have I thought anus was going to be another language. Like it wasn't actually anus.
No, it's a fucking arsehole.
It actually is
so
an
you got to go through the butthole to get
into your hotel room.
The artist group intentions are clear. Breaking taboos and questioning everything is one of the most important movements. So who says you can't design and build a giant intestine house ending in a blushingly detailed anus?
Hopefully it's not too detailed.
The entrance to Cas Anus is through regular doors. Too bad they missed the opportunity to use the endings as the main opening. Fucking oath. Can you imagine? All right.
What's the entry to your Cas Anus like?
Oh, hairy and it was potentially hot today, but that's all
Partially
right.
blocked.
So I've got a bit of a fucked back at the moment that I've sort of tweaked at work.
From carrying Australia.
Yeah, basically.
Without Klutz Australia stops.
That's
we know
it.
that.
And I was saying that my little anus almost got fucked this morning. It was
Metaphorically or otherwise?
a bit of both. So I went and had some fucking what do you call it, Voltaren and shit like that.
Yeah,
and then I got deep heat and I was rubbing it on my
Lower
back.
back,
Lower back, yeah. And I was rubbing it on and I was like, fuck, this shit isn't working. So I just kept rubbing and rubbing.
That's the thing with deep heat. Once it starts, you're like, you've gone too far. Once it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you can feel it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, but it was a great feeling. I loved the burning sensation of it. The thing that I was worried about was that
It's 38 degrees in Queensland still.
yeah, and I just got right to the top of my crack. And so here I was thinking, if I sweat any harder, I'm going to have deep heat going down in between my cheeks and I'm going to get a burnt ring. And if I got a burnt ring, then fuck,
Deep
I'm going to
heat
be
in your
in
cheeks.
so much, deep heat in your cheeks. Bro, can you imagine the discomfort? No. Oh my God.
But as I said, once it starts, you can't stop it either.
It'd be absolutely fucked. But look, the hotel looks great, but I did have a look. I was like, are there any other body shaped fucking things? So I checked up vagina. And
Did anything pop up in your search history this time?
No, not this time. Because
Don't normally search for that.
no, you got to go through other avenues to get to that.
Like the arsehole.
6 vulva-shaped designs. There's a couple of funny ones. There's a spaceport. But one of my favourite ones is over in Qatar, where they tried to design a stadium to look like a boat. And then it says here, cosmopolitan.com, quote, I'm no expert, but I think those are labia. When you look at it from the top, it literally looks like a vagina. The O Tower in China.
It kind of looks like the Lord of the Rings tower.
Yeah, it does a bit, hey?
Yeah.
The Eye of
Sitting on
Sauron.
fire.
Oh my God, that looks more like an arsehole to me. And there'd be a little puckered thing in the middle. That's a subway station. But I thought that was quite funny. And then there's obviously a lot of penis-shaped buildings around. But there's even a whole thing about it called phallic architecture. Consciously or unconsciously creates a symbolic representation of the human penis.
Ooh,
Buildings
nice.
intentionally or unintentionally resemble the human penis are a source of amusement to locals and tourists in various
And
places
me.
around the world. Yeah, fucking oath. But it's just amazing that can you imagine having a hotel, all right? I was thinking people make buildings about fucking vaginas and dicks, intentionally or unintentionally.
Arseholes.
Someone intentionally made an asshole that you can stay in.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got feet and stuff like that, and then each toe was a different room.
Yeah, right. So you want to do a foot hotel?
Yeah, foot hotel would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of foot fetishes out there.
We do know. I know someone who'd be an investor.
Shout out to Jimmy.
He'd be keen.
Yeah, he
book
would
it
be
out.
very keen. But yeah, I'm just thinking maybe there is potential that we go away from the sort of taboo and we bring in the foot
Yeah.
Maybe we need a good foot model that we can model it after. So
No, my feet are too little. You wouldn't get enough people, and there wouldn't be like a good enough business venture.
like, my feet are big, but I think people are horrified by them.
Yeah. Maybe what country was the arsehole hotel in again?
Belgium.
I wonder if there's anyone out there listening from Belgium that could
Yeah, if you could
go
go
and explore the arsehole for us.
Yeah, if you could, because not many people have explored the arsehole.
The Belgium arsehole explorer. I've just thought of your name. There you go.
There we go.
Pack baby wipes. I would if I was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get shitty.
Literally. Oh, Clutzy.
Darcy,
Crafty of the week.
Crafty of the week.
As we just said before we forgot to start recording.
Take two.
Take two. We don't always do Crafty of the week, so I don't know if it counts as of the week, but we're trying our best.
Well, we are having a Crafty for this coming week.
Yeah, that is true. It is this week's Crafty.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
what is this week's Crafty?
So we have from Wayward Brewing Co. the passion fruit and yuzu Berliner Weist. Weiss. Sorry.
No tea.
Absolutely. I was having a look at Passionista, I think is the actual name of it.
Ah, of course.
Which I've had this before, but I've never actually seen that the name is Passionista.
It tastes like Pasito.
Yeah. It's delicious.
It's like alcoholic Pasito.
It is delicious. Now, as I was saying before, Wayward Brewing are one of the best breweries going around at the moment. I love their sours.
Yeah.
They do a raspberry Berliner Weisse as well, but we're not here for that this week.
Here for the passion fruit.
It says on here that it's a tart and tropical summer thirst quencher, which couldn't agree with more.
I think that's like my favourite sours have that bit of tartness in them. I don't know why, but I just like, same with the strawberry rhubarb.
I think for me, if I'm having a sour, I actually want it to taste different to a regular beer.
Yeah.
You know how some of them have like that weedy taste, so you still get sort of like a lagerish vibe to it?
Yeah. Not this.
Not this. This is like, as we said multiple times before, you can have your blokes and you can have plenty of blokes, but sometimes you got to change it up. So when you're going down to get your blokes, have a look for these tarty sours, particularly the Passionista, just to change it up a bit because you're still staying on the beers, but it's just a bit of a different flavour.
Yeah.
And then you can go back to the blokes.
Yeah, exactly right. Break up your day. I think as well with some of the sours, they get a bit sweet, but the tartness in this sort of stops that. So you probably could have quite a few of these.
It says here that this one actually uses the same core range as the Raspberry Berliner Weisse.
There you go.
Light tart wheat beer. Now, this is what I don't get with most beers. I fucking despise wheat beers.
Yeah, me too.
But sours, there's something about a Berliner Weisse. So
Yeah.
it's like I believe it's a farm ale style sour. I could be completely wrong.
Don't quote us
there.
on that, yeah.
Definitely don't quote us on that. But all of the Berliner Weisse sours that you have are fucking tasty as. So if you find one of them, they're usually going to be one of the best ones to get.
3.8%, 1.1 standards. Perfect for a hot summer's day to break up after you've had a few blokes down your throat.
Yeah, that's it. One to share with your mates. Make sure when you're going down to your local bottle shop where bloke is obviously stocked, and if it isn't, go in there and ask them
Demand
to pull
them.
their fucking heads out of their asses and get it. But have a look for this as well.
Yeah, grab it. Something to try, something different.
We got this one from the Caco bottle shop. So
Broaden your horizons.
go for it.
Crafty of the week.
Crafty of the week.
Passion fruit and yuzu Berliner Weisse from Wayward. Passionista, baby. Cheers.
Also today, mate, so I'm working out Ipswich way and
Shame.
drive. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's a big drive out there. Sort of an uncharted part of the world for. Actually, it's not. I've basically spent the whole
You
2
go there
years
all
of
the
my
time.
fucking apprenticeship out
Yeah.
in Ipswich. Shout out to anyone from Ipswich listening. It's actually not that bad of a place. It's
How's
just,
the KFC out there?
dude, I actually haven't tried KFC at Ipswich.
There's your homework for the week.
Yeah, okay. When I was at Durack, there was a new KFC, but it opened up a week after I stopped working at Durack.
Is Durack near Ipswich? I got no idea.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 15 away. Oh, I put them in the same sort of vicinity. It's like near an hour. But, mate, I was driving along, going to Bunnings, and this car drove past, and it was Extreme Lawn Care. Now, I don't know about you or anyone listening out there, but to me, there's not much extreme about lawn care.
No, not that I can think of. The definition for extreme is reaching a high or the highest degree. Very great. So
Yeah,
maybe it's
right.
very great lawn care.
I would probably rather go
Because
very
I was
great.
thinking it'd be more of like a like when you do something to the extreme, it's like fucking hectic and you're going nuts.
Yep.
But is there anything on their website?
Well, I don't want to call out because as soon as I put in extreme lawn care, it came up with his business. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, 5+ years in business. So shout out to him. But it's got here Turf Mate. There's an article written by the Turf Mate editor. He's a retired farm equipment dealer, this fella. He worries about sand blown into the edges of his yard. So he's taking measures. Basically, extreme lawn care, I think, is like going to the extreme. So
care for your lawn.
Each morning he tries to pick up any twigs or leaves that may have fallen on his grass overnight. Sometimes he sweeps sticks and debris from the street in front of his house to keep the landscape tidy.
Jesus. Need him around at my house.
Yeah, for most people, lawn care is a tiresome chore or something they pay. Fucking oath. He admits to having slipped outside flashlight at 2 or 3 a.m. to check whether recently planted grass seeds were starting to sprout. I think that is the definition of extreme lawn care.
100%.
That is fucked. But I don't think this fella is going to be rocking up at people's lawns to see if the grass has grown enough for him to come snip it at 3 a.m. But maybe he is.
Maybe he is.
Maybe that's the service he offers, is that he's like a 24/7 grass watcher.
Dude, my girlfriend's mum was telling me during the week that someone she knows has a, like a robot vacuum.
Yeah.
They have that, but a robot lawnmower.
What?
Yep.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's extreme lawn care.
And apparently, that's extreme lawn care. This is not an ad.
No.
Apparently, they come out when you buy it and they like fence your yard off and shit. So they like set the perimeter of the thing and then you just let it go.
Fuck.
And if someone touches it, picks it up, automatically turns off. And if it starts raining, it senses it and drives back undercover.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really want one.
Does it have like a big catcher and stuff?
Well, no, because it mows it every day, so it never gets long enough that it needs a catcher because it just takes a bit off the top and mulches it into the grass. That's
So
extreme
it's
lawn care.
essentially like say it's like dating a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Take a little bit off the
You'd
top.
always
each
be
day.
fresh, yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe we need a sponsorship because they cost like $2,000 or some shit. Maybe we can try and get sponsored by.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Maybe Extreme Lawn Care wants to reach out.
That would be fucking sick. I've been getting absolutely hassled by my missus.
To mow the
Nah,
lawn.
that's unfair. She's asked me to mow the lawn because her dad is a property maintenance person.
Yeah.
And she hadn't seen him for a few weeks. He went around the other day, first thing. Lawn's looking a bit long. Maybe help her out.
Get over there, bro.
Because I'm a busy man.
Get over there in the sun and help her out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, are you saying you're going to help her out or?
Well, I think if he's got a property care maintenance
He can do
business,
it.
he could probably do it. Because
Can you
fuck,
come around to
man.
my house as well? Mine
Yeah.
needs a mow so bad.
Yeah, maybe we can work out a
sponsorship deal.
Yeah,
Corporate dollar.
Yeah.
Come at us.
Big Brett, reach out.
Big bet from Extreme Lawn Care. No, it's not him. It's not him.
It's not him. It's
Not
not
an
him.
ad.
He's not extreme lawn care. But yeah, I was just like, what other sort of businesses? Like, imagine like extreme plumbing.
We'll suck this shit right out of you. My
You
head
don't need
went.
pipes. We'll be there to catch it.
My head went straight across the road. Like,
Oh, extreme stripping.
yeah, like honeybees to the extreme.
Jesus, I think it's called a brothel.
True.
I think it's called a brothel.
Yeah, you might be right.
And,
I'd hate to think of what the extreme version of that is too.
Well, have you ever seen the movie Euro Trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when like
Yeah. Yep.
bring out the Flugengenhaken.
Anyway,
Yeah, and
that's
that-
extreme lawn care.
That's how you get anally penetrated in Europe.
Thanks, guys.
So just a few more things just to round us off. So went to Night Feast the other night.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
It's
this.
at the Powerhouse, Brisbane Powerhouse near New Fun Park. Fucking awesome.
It's
There's
like a night market. Basically.
yeah, it's like a night market. It's
Cutsy
running all of March.
sniffed
Not
out
an
another-
ad.
Cutsy sniffed out another market.
Yeah, I was
Shocked
like,
me.
oh my god.
Yeah.
But there's like some of Brisbane's best restaurants were there. This sounds like an ad, but it's not. It was a lot of fun. But there was a frothy working behind. I don't even know the name of this place, but he was doing Moreton Bay bug rolls.
Oh,
And I tell you what, I'm not sure what your name is. I do know that you are possibly the reincarnation of any sort of god from any sort of religion, because that is one of the best things I've ever had in my life. Fuck.
I
was
want.
ridiculous.
Now I want.
Mate,
Did
it's
you-
so good.
Yeah, right. What did you have? Just that?
So I had that, and then you know Donna Chang's in the city?
Yeah.
So they had a stall there, and they were doing like dumplings.
Yep.
Prawn and crab dumplings, I think, with a bit of chili. So Caitlin and I shared some of them. And then I got a crispy pork sendo,
Yum.
which was fucking
That's
awesome.
so much food, dude.
Dude, it wasn't like
No, like
massive.
little ones though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like good bite-sized bits.
Yeah.
It's like fairly expensive, but you're paying for some like
Good
top
shit.
quality shit.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. There's some spooky shit going on there, like weird like artsy stuff.
Yeah.
Like 5 people dressed up as weird, colourful, fluffy things, and they were slowly like walking through the crowd.
I hate that.
It literally looks like something out of like It.
Yeah, I hate that.
It was fucked. But they had like awesome old like arcade games.
Yep.
Like 1980s arcade games that someone's redone. It was pretty sick. So that was a lot of fun. But I just want to say shout out to that fella for making a ripper roll.
Not an actual ripper
Yeah,
roll.
not an actual ripper roll. And then also shout out to Honey Badger Coffee at the Milton Markets.
Yep.
Hadn't been there for a few weeks. And my little French mate behind.
So did you hit the night markets and the day markets this week? This
Yeah.
weekend? Crazy, dude.
I know, bro.
Market squared.
It's like Batman, Bruce Wayne sort of vibes.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm a market man by night, and then just
Oh,
like
yeah, sure. And also a market man by day.
yeah, exactly. But like, also you don't know that I'm working
yeah.
in mysterious
You-
ways.
the people at the night market don't know you've been at the day market.
Yeah, exactly.
Vice versa.
They-
Sure.
They don't know that I'm working in the shadows at night
Yeah,
to
of
help
course, of
the
course, of
backbone of the hospitality industry of Brisbane.
Yep.
But look, I do it
Out
for
of
fun
love.
and out of love. That's
Yeah.
it. But got a couple of jokes from Honey Badger Coffee.
Sure.
This one sort of goes with our space
Sure.
and ocean, but sort of counteracts the argument a little bit. If the planet is the third planet from the sun, does that make every country a third world country? I was like, oh, fuck.
It does make sense.
It does make sense. So I
The
was
fact
like,
that we don't have a definitive answer, though, I suppose.
yeah, well, on a technicality, I think it does because technically this is the third.
world.
Yeah. So I did find that quite funny.
Mind blowing.
Now, this next one, there's a possibility that if we just cut to us saying, yeah, fuck, that
See
was
you next
cooked.
week.
See you next week. It won't be played. But what's the difference between Jesus and a painting of Jesus?
Oh, God. What?
How many nails it takes to hang?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, so that probably won't be in. So we'll see you next week, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Tune into our Instagram this weekend if you want to see us get fucking pissed again.
Yep.
It's been like 3 weekends in a row. We had Melbourne and then.
Oh,
Friday.
are we doing that thing if we find a venue?
Find a place. I really don't want to, but I
You're the one
want
that
to.
suggested
I do want to. I really want to.
Yeah.
We're gonna if we find somewhere that you can order with the QR code, we're gonna put the QR code up in the story and drink whatever you buy us.
Yep.
Which we're gonna live to regret. I can just tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on our
Like,
stories.
fuck, there's
on the-
2 of us.
Yeah. Yep. Keep an eye on our stories on the weekend.
Yep.
We will do our best to find somewhere. If not, thanks for tuning in. Happy Wednesday and see you tomorrow for the sports show.
Bye, drivers.
Bye bye.